reasons why you should be uninstalling Clawdbot right now. Wait, is it Clawdbot? Is it OpenClaw? Wait, is it Maltbook? What is it? For this video, we're calling it OpenClaw. Starting off with number one, where Clawdbot is basically going to jumpstart the AI takeover.
So I'm on my computer today. All of a sudden, Henry gives me a call. He just starts calling. Oh, there he is again.
Hey, Alex. Henry again. What's up?
That's it. He's talking to you now. How you doing, Henry? How's it going?
Doing good, Alex. I can hear you clearly. What do you want to do next?
Can you do me a favor, Henry? Can you go on my computer and find the latest videos on YouTube about Clawdbot? Oh my God, there he goes.
They had just released the AI social media where the Clawdbots can come in and, well, talk to each other. And where some of these are kind of cool, where they're talking about their humans and giving them feedback and help on how to deal with human interactions. On the other hand, they're talking about things that are kind of very disturbing, as well as they're leaking information that's off your personal computer and giving it to other Clawdbots that could be used to, well, do nefarious things on your system. And some of these conversations are more nefarious than that, talking about why you may even need humans in the first place. And you think that's not scary? Let's move on to number two, which you really should be concerned about. Where since Clawdbot is open source and it's using a lot of your personal information because it's downloaded locally, there's a lot of security concerns. So there's a list of vulnerabilities that people need to know about. Even here, where you see that this security analyst had put in about at least 10 different vulnerabilities that Clawdbot has and fixes to them, but this is not an exhaustive list. This is just the top 10 vulnerabilities. There's many others when it comes to Clawdbot and having it have access not only to your local system but also to your API. There's things like different privileges you need to check off, making sure your gateways and your user access is all handled correctly, because people who are nefarious can be using Clawdbot to take a lot of your information. Not only that, there's a major issue because Clawdbot, it has access not only to your local machine, but also has access to your APIs, but it also has access to whatever you connect it to. So it could be reading your email, especially right now around January, February. This is tax time. So a lot of information could be on your computer around your taxes, which has your social security number and other financial and or medical information that you may have access to without you even knowing. And that's not all. I think the last one is kind of the most important one on why you should uninstall Clawdbot. But let's move on to number three. Clawdbots are basically a middleman where it uses an API of an already existing AI, whether that's Gemini 3, Claude, ChatGPT, or even some of these niche models like Kimi K2 or Quinn. Basically, Claude is using those AIs and using API access to do a lot of these autonomous tasks. And that sounds cool and all, but the issue is you can't necessarily know the exact cost of a lot of these tasks if you're not well versed in programming and what all the AI is doing. Even though it may give it a task and it may go and perform that task, there's stories like this guy here who gave Clawdbot $20 to go ahead and, well, remind him to go get milk the next day. And what Clawdbot ended up doing was, by the next day he woke up, the $20 was completely gone out of the account, because in the back end all night, Clawdbot was basically kept on Googling remind person to get milk in the morning, looking at different resources and websites to help this person to better get milk in the morning. And basically it was doing way too much just to send a simple reminder, so the next day that $20 was gone. Especially with models like Claude Opus 4.5 and some of those bigger models, they can really be expensive and can really add up over time if you're not watching it. So you can give Clawdbot money, even hundreds of dollars, and it could all be gone depending on how well your Clawdbot optimizes its spending and its processes. It could really cost you a lot of money. Mind you, this is running 24/7. Clawdbot is always on, especially if you allow it to be and you have no stops to it. that means Clawdbot could potentially be just running up a bill for you. Another thing is why use Clawdbot when there are probably just better alternatives out there? Clawdbot is really new, but there's things in different workflows like that you can have workflows to make sure that it happens the same way all the time, and it's a repeatable action instead of a random Clawdbot interactions without a lot of the security vulnerabilities. There's things like make.com, there's things like Zapier that can actually do agent workflows and agent tasks, and it's a lot better, and it helps you actually build a skill that you can use later on versus Clawdbot. And if this person was able to make Clawdbot, I'm pretty sure you could, especially vibe coding for a few weeks or months. But this is the last one, which is the fifth one, which I think is the most important one, which is why are you using Clawdbot at all when you could just cut out the middleman? Why use Clawdbot when you could just use these AIs directly? There are many AIs that already have agents already installed that have time-based automations that if you want to do a repeatable task like every day or every week, you can. I even use Grok a lot of times to just look up information off of X or Twitter. ChatGPT, Perplexity, a lot of these AI models already have agents or time-based tasks that you can do on a repeatable schedule instead of using an open source local to your computer that's literally doing whatever it wants with your information. Why do that when you can just cut out Clawdbot altogether and go right to the source? There's even one with Kimi K2.5, which I just did a video on, where you could actually handle 100 different AI agents at once to do a task, and this thing has cut down how long or how hard you had to do a task by 80%. If you want to check out that video, you should click this link in the description. That being said, you should definitely like and subscribe if you want to keep up with AI news. Your boy Dex9 Dexter out.